On the chart like a priest in the zone, praying to the wicks and the candles tone, sipping that slippage, feeling that FOMO, portfolio flex like it's holy promo, sacrifice fiat, selling the pump, altars of alpha, wallets get plump, lunar eclipse, my stop loss missed, and I'm baptized in that bullish bliss. Oh moon gods, bring us the gains, light up the sky, burn off our chains. Bring us the gains. Eyes wide shut, undefine with the play, spirit in sync with the market's phase. Confluence hit, I go full send. Lambo dreams that never end. Fibonacci carved in stone, sacred trend lines, bullish tone. Chart prime whispers in my ear. Take the trade, release the fear. Burn the down, cleanse the wick. Let the din be real quick. Oh moon gods, bring us the gains. Gains, the bulls break all our chains. To the moon with crypto flames. Oh moon gods, bring us the gain. On the chart like a priest in the zone, praying to the wicks and the candles tone, sipping that slippage, feeling that FOMO, portfolio flex like it's holy promo, sacrifice fiat, selling the pump, altars of the alpha, whales get plump, lunar eclipse, my stop loss missed, now I'm baptized in that bullish bliss. Oh moon gods, bring us the gains, gains that the bulls break all our chains, to the moon with crypto flames. Oh moon gods, bring us the gain.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Lunar Beaches Crypto, where we ride the waves of the crypto market and all markets all the way to the moon. We'll ride them all the way down into the ground as well. We'll get caught up in the swells. We'll crash, but we'll get right back on the board and ride again. Hanging 10. What's going on, everybody? How are you doing? Hope you had an amazing weekend. We got a lot to go over tonight. I've got a lot planned out. The title may have been a little bit of a hint. Why do I look so oily? No, my hair is not thinning. It has always been thin. That's just how my hair is. My grandpa never went bald. My grandfather. And my dad's not going bald. But both had very thin hair, just like I do. So, eventually, you'll be able to see parts of my head. But hey, it still looks great for now. What's going on, everybody? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Good evening. Let's go ahead and say good evening, everybody. Good evening. Jesus say 77. God bless. Thank you for being here. Speaking of our Lord and Savior. The newborn, my baby boy, got dedicated at the church today. So congratulations to him. To us, I guess. Dedication is, a promise from the parents that they will raise their children to know Jesus. So there you go. So very proud of that. And good evening, Jesus Saves. Good evening, Alexandra G, Mod Boss, Mod Queen, Mod God. Thank you for being here, Alexandra G, and for pinning that Discord link in the chat. Make sure you guys join the Discord. Sometimes it's popping, sometimes it's not. Sometimes we just hang out like we did last night. JR and Unaware Wolf hung out with me in the voice channels. You guys missed it. It was a good time. I send out all the notifications, but you guys apparently you turned them off because I don't know. I don't see you guys anymore. But that's okay. That's okay. It's your loss as far as I'm concerned. But thank you guys. I do appreciate you as always. Make the next hangout. Make the next hangout. All right, Melissa One Love. Good evening. Good evening. LBC OG. Thank you for being here, Melissa One Love. We got maybe a bandage in the house. How's it going? All set. What's going on? I'm in a trade. All set. I'm up big time. Big time. Not really big time. But I'm up like 5% on the account already, so that's pretty cool. Let's see. Wick's wife. Fine. 89. What's going on? Wick's wife. 2Dub in the house. What's going on? Chad Wick 589. What's going on? Wick. The Wicks. Love you guys. Thank you for being here. Good evening. Harp with the metal horns. What's going on, bro? We got RS Miller. What's going on? What's going on? Let's see. Yo, Piper. What's going on, bro? Thank you for being here. Stopping by. Piper's yelling at people on X. Because you know, they keep too many people talking absolutes, and that's just a dang shame. You know what I mean? That's really the problem, you know, is the absolutes. So if you don't know what we're talking about, it is the government shutdown. The Senate allegedly has reached a deal, or they still haven't. I think they still have to vote on it, but apparently they have the votes. The 8 to 10 Democrats potentially are joining the Republicans to reopen the government and pass the CR, clean resolution, I think. And then we have then it has to go to the House, and it has to pass in the House, which should be easier than passing in the Senate, just because I think you only need a simple majority in the House, whereas in the Senate you have a filibuster, which means you have to get 60 votes. So, and Republicans only have 53. That's why they needed like 7 to get to 60. And there you go. So, if it goes to the House, then they will have to vote on it. I think if it goes to the House, it's probably likely that they will approve the CR, and then the government will reopen. But it's got to get there first. And that is likely. That's the likely scenario, and there's still, you know, a chance that even that doesn't play out. So nothing is set in stone. So let's not get our hopes up that, you know, that I don't know, air traffic controllers have their jobs back. I think that's probably one of the more important things. And that people can get their SNAP benefits. They still have to vote and get it approved for them to call the House back from vacation to come in and make their changes and then do their vote, which will likely be on Friday at the earliest. There you go. Yep. Triggers me too. I just took a drink of my cup, expecting sweet tea, forgot that we were out and that I just got water. So I was like, that is some very unsweet tea. We must not have put sugar in it. Oh, no, it's just water. Okay. Whoops. All right, guys. So we'll go to the charts first, and then I'll go over my bullish catalyst potential bullish catalyst, I should say. Again, we won't speak in absolutes, but this might actually be the bullish catalyst that we're waiting for, and I think that it likely wouldn't come until 2026. Earliest is second half of Q1. The latest being in like June, but we'll go over all of that. And yeah, we'll see how that plays out. Now we also have Trump talking about $2,000 revenue, tariff revenue, dividend checks. Okay. Cool. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. If I don't even know. I don't even know if that's that one I haven't really looked into. Actually, I think I have my cheat sheet that maybe says what it could mean. $2,000 dividend checks funded by tariff revenue, consumption stimulus via import tax, expanded tariff power. Yeah, we'll go over that just a bit. Let's go over to, well, what happened? You're on the wrong display there, bud. Weirdo. Had some inception going on there. All right, so yeah, looking at Bitcoin. All right, let's go ahead and get to a clean chart and let's zoom out, see what we're looking like over here. Let's go to the Coinbase chart, get rid of indicators, oscillators, zoom out. Let's go to the weekly. This is the all-important level that we have been watching and waiting to see what would happen. Now, first off, this trend line has been broken and has seen a weekly candle close below. Whoa. Ruh-roh. But the 52-week SMA held. That is good. But it's holding on by a thread. So it's getting pretty close. Now, perhaps if we get a government shutdown that does not end, maybe we are bullish for a little bit of the week, and then we get something that happens with the shutdown, and then we just come down back to that 94K target that we've been talking about. Potentially. And complete this A, B, C, D, E, and tap that lower support. It's, oftentimes they actually fall through the lower support and then pump up. But we're not there at the moment, so not too concerned about that. But what we could be concerned about is a bearish backtest of that upwards trend, which we have already done. Now that the news, people have time for the news to digest. Now they see what's going on with the shutdown. They realize, oh, it's not actually shut down yet. And then you get stuff like this. Okay, so you come off of I don't know. Is it this one or is it the other one? Or is it this one? You tell me. I like to go by clusters sometimes if I see them there. So we have like a whole little cluster. Because we know that there's going to be, this has to be, I mean, when you have several 4-hour candles and most of the price action is within a certain area, and that tends to be where you see like supply or demand. So we got up to that level and we have since rejected. Let's go down to the 15. What are we looking like here? Looking pretty potentially toppy. Let's go ahead and bring up the oscillator now. Now we do have the money flow in the green, but that volume matrix is coming down and turning bearish. Our true 7 is also bearish, and our trend fusion is pointing towards the downside. That I wonder if we'll see if that'll cross the 0 line. We'll see if the money flow will stay green or not. But right now, it looks like we will at least probably get a pullback, maybe even down. I believe this is this high over here. Yeah. Now we can come back down to this high over here at 104.820. Can even back test the trend line. See what happens with that. We have another trend here to here. So you break that, you might want to short down to here and then see if it can get a bounce. That's a little scalpy scalp. Probably not doing a whole lot of scalpy scalps. Now we do have a nice little demand zone here. So let's get a back test to this level and then see if we can get a bounce. If we don't, we come back down within this range. It might go lower. There's some juicy lows over here, but relatively equal, not quite equal. Not seeing anything like, there's nothing really insanely bullish or bearish. I mean, this is a nice move up now, don't get me wrong. We do have this is on the 15. Let's zoom out to the 4 hour. Let's see what our prime oscillator, the dynamic reactor and quantum reactors are looking like on the 4 hour. We are still below them, which means we are still bearish until we can get above them. And we are below both. So we are extra bearish. Okay. Last time we came up and tapped the quantum reactor, we have the dynamic reactor just above us in our way. So let's break through that first, and then we can talk about potential pullbacks on top of dynamic reactor. You get that move off of the quantum, that rejection off the quantum, and then you want to see a hold off the dynamic, and then a continuation to the upside. And we do have these relatively equal highs up here that I think may want to get taken. We shall see. But still have work to do. All right. Money flow still in the red, although kind of trying to push to the upside, but it's kind of struggling a little bit. No flip of the 0 line yet, so still caution. We are still being cautious. Seen a lot of people talking about this so-called bear pennant. This is why I don't trade flags or pennants anymore. And they were looking for this. And this is what it did. Now, if you trade these patterns properly, then you would have waited for a break anyway and a retest. And since it didn't do that, even the bear pattern traders, or the whatever, bear pennant traders should not have even taken the trade, because it never even qualified, because it never even broke out or anything. So, Miss Yarsmill, do you have a flag? No flag, no country. Those are the rules that I just made up. And I'm backing them up with this rifle that was lent to me from the National Rifle Association. Absolute favorite, most favorite stand-up of all time. Eddie Izzard, Dressed to Kill. It is, I literally watched it live on HBO. I want to say when I was like 13. And I just remember just dying laughing. Running, jumping, climbing trees, putting on makeup when you're out there. That's where it is. What's going on, Mark Dutch? Sup, y'all? Just had my old man's midnight bladder relief rally. Now looking for bedtime stories on YouTube. Eddie Izzard. Yep, that's what I said. LOL M1 Grant. What? All right. So, still got to get through resistance before we can get too bullish, okay? But things are looking okay. We'll see what happens. All right. Quick rundowns. Let's see. NQs, the NASDAQ opening green for the week. That's good. A little bit of a gap up here. So we do have a small gap down here, right where the quantum and dynamic reactors are. So maybe it'll get a pullback and then a bounce and continuation push. Have to wait and see. Typically, these overnight rallies don't typically continue. They usually kind of stall out, at least until London. Then we'll see what London does. I'll be asleep. We'll see it. I'll see it in the morning. The S&P 500 also opening bullish. Need to go to my other trading home. The Dixie open bullish, but below dynamic reactor. We are on the 15-minute. Let's zoom out. 4 hour. Okay, so we got a break above these highs. SFP of the high over here. Now we want to see this move up and then come down and take these lows. If this happens, then we could get some inverse correlation with our risk on assets and maybe be able to continue this push a little higher. So that's what we want to be looking for on that. What's going on, Al Jr.? How you doing? How you doing? Thank you for being here. You guys are amazing. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. What's going on? Gap down. Piper says gap down. Amazing how that reactor just miraculously works so often. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's only 10 in Miami. What's going on, Kelly? Kelly Font. Thank you for being here. All right, Russell. I mean, kind of bull flagging, I guess. I don't know. It's more just chopping around within the range with a couple of deviations outside of that range. But generally speaking, it's within this tight range in here. As Alex O Crypto calls it, the hot dog. This is the burger, because that's the type of buns that I drew. There you go. Hot dog. Hot dog. Hot burger. Burger dog. All right. Gold. We've been expecting a run for the highs here on the channel. We'll see if it'll want to go up there and attack those. It's back above the dynamic reactor on the 4 hour. Does got to get it back above that quantum reactor as well. If you can get a nice little cross here, then maybe you can get a nice bounce off like that. Or it'll hit that quantum reactor and push down and continue this ABC correction. Maybe even back testing the high here. That'd be a nasty correction. Not impossible. Not impossible. We've got zero line crosses on everything, on the True 7, your money flow, your trend fusion, everything pushing higher. And you've got pretty bullish power bar here. Pretty bright. It just needs to sustain above that zero line. Everything needs to sustain above that zero line. If it doesn't, I mean, you're already peaking here on the 4 hour. If you get that another push up there to that quantum reactor, then you might see this thing roll over. Maybe at least get down to that dynamic reactor. It could do another wave up, kind of like it did right here. Or more likely, more like this one. Something like that. So, head on a swivel, folks. Head on a swivel. Man, that $50 mark for silver is pretty tough, huh? Oh, snap. It's coming up. It's below. It's a quantum reactor as well. See if it'll want to take the high. You just swing fail and head lower. Maybe you get a break of a trend line here. Potential. This one looks more toppy than gold does. Gold doesn't look too toppy because of the equal highs, but you don't have the same here for silver. Still, price is holding up pretty good. We've swept these lows over here. And you have a nice little base building in here. Now, if you can get above this trend line, above that quantum reactor, you want to see something like that. Break the highs, and more importantly, hold the highs, and then go higher. Silver, gold, everything. Why? Because why not? If you add 2,000, if you give everybody that's not in a high income, if you give them all $2,000 checks, which I've already read that they're not even going to be checks. Scott Bessent's already walked back that claim, so it's something else entirely. So who knows? Who knows? All I know is that that could give some relief for a lot of people. And but at the same time, even though they, I don't know if it would technically would be new money, given that it's tariff revenue, but we can get into the tariff stuff now. Okay, so flashbang, is this too bright? If it is, I'll just take it off screen and read it off screen. But these are my notes. I posted these in the Discord. I shared them in the Discord for anybody that wanted to go over it themselves. This is policy details, sector playbook. Nah, it's fine. Oh, really? A storm from Russia is coming? The temperature has dropped in southern Alaska. Yes, the high tomorrow over here is going to be 42 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's cool. I mean, it's cold. And that is another Eddie Izzard little policy details. All right, so we also have Trump proposing 50-year mortgages. So mechanics extend amortization to cut monthly payment without adding supply. So you're not even adding supply. So, and you're also making it cheaper for people to buy homes. While at the same time, that increases demand. And if you don't have the supply, what do you think that's going to do to the housing market? It's just going to go higher. That's probably what that does, right? Effects up, affordability optics up, home prices up, total interest paid up, shelter CPI stickiness up, market angle, home builders, materials, mortgage or originators benefit near term, longer run inflation risk keeps rates elevated. $2,000 tariff dividend checks. Mechanics convert tariff revenue, import tax, into household transfers, basically like a UBI light. Affects upward pressure on consumption, meaning consumers can consume more. That increases your demand pool, so your CPI is pushing your inflation a little higher. Perhaps. I don't know if that's more, I mean, that's demand. I don't know if you consider natural supply demand dynamics to be inflationary. I don't know. Iffy on that one. Deficits and issuance variability. Tariffs are pro-cyclical revenue. Market angle, retail short-term winner, bond market sensitive to issuance, crypto likes liquidity. Universal baseline, so tariff expansion. Universal baseline plus elevated China rates aims to reshore and raise revenue. The effects are short-run goods inflation, supply chain shifts to MXVN and N. Medium-term effects fade as supply adapts. Market angle, domestic industrials protected, tech, retail, margins pressured, EMX Mexico headwinds. I don't even know what that means, but it's in my notes and I need to figure that out. Sector playbook. All right. We'll get back to this. Let's go over to, is this it? Yep. All right. So this is what I think could be the bullish catalyst, but it may not come until June of 2026. And that is the Supreme Court of the United States, SCOTUS, striking down the authority, unilateral authority of President Trump's tariffs. All right. So the timeline on this is October 2025, last month, to June 2025. Oral arguments will begin likely in February to April of 2026. Final rulings late May to June, most likely late June, because historically that's how SCOTUS works. Emergency stays possible earlier, rare, procedural, so they could have an emergency end to the tariffs or strike or ruling on it. It's rare, but it could happen. Could redefine presidential tariff authority. May invalidate 2018 to 2024 tariff regime. Trump and Biden era changes. Determines legality of any 2026 plus universal tariffs or China-wide increases. Potential refund liability, $300 to $500 billion across years. So this is the bullish case. If it struck down, that could create a disinflation shock, which means cheaper imports, which leads to CPI and PPI cool faster. So your inflation cools faster. The Fed cuts sooner. That gives us lower yields, potentially easier financial conditions in general. Refund wave. We've got the so if they strike it down, we have the $300 to $500 billion refund liability. And what this could do, since the government spends all the money that it takes in, it would have to borrow money from the Fed. What happens when they borrow money from the Fed? It typically means print new money. What happens when you print new money? You throw liquidity into the market and assets go up. That's the thought. And I'm so mad because 2 hours ago, I was on YouTube and I saw Meet Kevin, clicked on his video, and of course he started talking about this whole tariff scenario. And I was just like, oh, I wasn't the only one that caught on. Maybe even someone else caught on. LBC wifey said she's offended she doesn't have a scalpel. Why? What? Possible treasury. So Fed wave, or the refund wave, could leads to the treasury borrowing, to possible Fed backstops like QE light liquidity, risk on rally, tech, retail, crypto outperform, S&P. These are just speculative. Supply chain whiplash. All right, so bear case. Okay. This is if it's struck down. Supply chain whiplash for firms who shifted since 2018. Domestic producers lose pricing power. So you get margin compression. And then you have rapid price declines, risk bad deflation. Earning that could take a hit on earnings. Now this could also be good for earnings, could boost earnings because you drop those tariffs, you get rid of that tax, that import tax on goods, and then so you increase the margin, so you could start getting bigger, better earnings, and then that is tend to be seen by the market as bullish. Refund driven issuance spikes yields. If Fed doesn't step in, risk off. Neutral mixed outcome. Court narrows but doesn't nuke all tariffs. Some remain. Partial disinflation, smaller refund wave, volatility around decision, market stabilize after guidance. I still think it would probably be bullish in my opinion. Even with because this is actually the most likely outcome, is a sort of half measure, which is kind of what SCOTUS is known for. It's what they do. Very rarely are they very decisive on something. They usually break something apart, especially when it comes to like presidential powers. They usually break things apart. So they could make some arguments for why the emergency tariffs aren't an emergency. So you could get rid of those. But any tariffs that were already around and that had congressional approval, yeah, those could stick around. You make your own personal. What Wick is drooling over the spreadsheets, LBC? Good deal. Doesn't quite fit the Tesla demographic. Wait, what? Oh man, Tesla sounds really cool right now. Yep. Possible 5, 4, 6, 3, depending on interpretation. Blah blah blah. All right, detailed notes. I've got a whole bunch of detailed notes on this. All these notes are in the Discord, guys. So make sure you go and join the Discord. Check that out. Sector impact grid. You got retail e-commerce, if struck down, bullish scenario. Import costs down, margin sideways. Or wait, what are these arrows telling me over here? Import cost will go down. Margins, two margins, which will go up. Demand up. Walmart, Costco, Amazon, Target should see bullish demand. Tech hardware, components cheaper, smoother supply. Apple, Dell, Packard, Hewlett Packard. How I don't even remember how. I think it's Hewlett Packard. I don't even remember. Semis and like semiconductors and AI supply chain risk on plus lower yields equals multiple expansion. NVIDIA, AMD, Avgo, ANET. We've got domestic industrials, input costs down, but face cheaper import competition. Margins would be mixed with your industrials and materials, so they may be sideways, maybe even a little down because of competition in the market. Then your energy, you've got if growth improves and yields fall, then modest tailwind on energy. Autos, crypto, disinflation plus liquidity equals up. BTC/ETH would rally. Alts beta. I need to figure out what the EM means. Ex Mexico? Is that what that means? Trade friendly shift. USD softer equals EM relief. Something money. I don't even know. Costco is overrated. Maybe. I don't go to Costco. I do go to Sam's because I don't know. It's closer. Let's see. Uphold for contrast. So struck down bearish channel. Oh, we're saying channel here. Price wars compress margins. Inventory repricing hits EPS. Deflationary pressure on pricing. Upgrade cycles uncertain. So this is if it's struck down, how it could be considered bearish. And then if it's upheld, for contrast, we can see what we might get on that as well. So timeline and scenarios, key dates, fall 2025, case docketed, briefing begins, February through April. We've got oral arguments window, May through June 2026. Now, this means that we could go to the downside or just stay sideways until June 2026, which actually kind of lines up with a scenario I've been going over several times now. So might be getting a little bit of a, we'll see. We'll see. What are you guys talking about over there? You guys are wild. Y'all spreadsheets are awesome. I love spreadsheets. I love spreadsheets. Let me go over here. Let me show you guys this other one. Real quick. Real right quick. Sector situational performance. This one is for stonks. I shared this one in the Discord as well because I don't gatekeep information from you guys and I want you guys to succeed and I want to make it easy for you if I win, I can, if possible. So let me do the work. You can add to it if you want. If you just copy it, make your own copy. You can do your own editing to these. But this one is based off of, this just shows stocks and which ones tend to, well, how they tend to perform, which sectors tend to perform the best or worst at certain times, like your seasonality, your quarter one, your quarter two, your quarter three, quarter four. This is just based off of historical data. Seasonality, 6 months, the 6 month seasonality. So the best 6 months is typically November through April. And then your weaker 6 months is usually May through October. We kind of witnessed that a little bit. Maybe. Business cycle, early recovery, expansion in the business cycle, slowdown in the business cycle, or recession in the business cycle. So which one is which? Liquidity, rates, Fed rate hike, Fed rate cut, after first hike and cut. Politics, who's the Democrat president, who's a Republican president, and then some macro and like geopolitical stuff like that. Go over to tickers, long form. Not supposed to be long form. Wait, where's my long form? One sec. What's going on here? Did I not save it? Oh, I'd be so mad if I didn't save it. But I shared it. Wait, is this it? Yeah, here it is. Yeah. So I got this one. Oh, I'm gonna go over that too. Dang, running out of time. All right. So this one is the same. So situational. We've got all this, all that. So this is pretty cool. Same. I still have the Xmas hat. But if we go over to filtered view, you could do it you can look through stuff a little bit quicker. I've got the seasonality on here, so now you can really break this down. And also on your situational map, I need to get the headers in there so it's labeled. But so you can see you have your outperforming sectors and tickers: energy, consumer, tech. These are during all your different seasons. You have underperforming sectors, and this is just your typical. This isn't always the case, so pay attention. Make sure everything is lining up. Q3, historically weakest quarter. These are notes for everything, so pretty cool stuff. Anyways, I got it all. I got it all over there. In the Discord. Just join the Discord. You can get it. You can get it all. All right. Let's see. Let me bring this up. All right. So the catalyst, that was the whole tariff thing. So that does mean that we may not be going to the upside soon still. And we might actually, before we move on this, let's go to Bitcoin. We might do that thing that I was talking about. Whoops. Where we could potentially, as long as we don't break 74,456, we could still chill out down here, get a little base built of sorts, and then go. I mean, this right here is April. So it could do all kinds of stuff. As long as we stay above that low, I think we're okay. In May, June's, maybe we get a quick ruling, who knows, or this could even stretch out for even longer. But the point is, hey, who knows? I've heard that you can shoot an automatic paintball gun at a Cybertruck and it will still be able to drive. Yeah, I heard that too. It's a true story from what I heard. I heard it from this Dutch guy. Coinbase Institutional posted on X, October sell-off wasn't the end of the cycle. What? Okay. It may have been the reset it needed. Excess leverage is flushed, fundamentals remain intact, and institutional players are quietly rotating back in. Smart money is clustering around EVM chains, real-world assets, and yield protocols, pointing to selective re-risking, not retreat. We think this is the base building phase before the next leg up, not a cycle top. So they're just straight up saying, we don't even think this is a cycle top. Yep, LBC still looking for short, real pump still pending. Yeah. This goes into all the stuff. Shape of the recovery. Our view of the sell-off is that this leverage flush was a necessary reset for crypto markets. Hold on. Get my windows straightened out. For crypto markets, rather than a cycle top, potentially setting the stage for a grind higher in the months to come. Prior to the events of October 10th, our primary concern was the possibility of the current bull market cycle being cut prematurely short. Indeed, a survey we ran from September 17th to October 3rd indicated that 45% of institutional participants believed we were in the late stages of the bull market cycle. Interesting. In the aftermath of the sell-off, we're actually more confident that the crypto market has directional upside, though we think crypto positioning in the next few months will be defined less by headline catalysts and more by market structure repair. The liquidation cascade revealed fragilities around collateral standards, pricing sources, and transfer resilience across beneath. Short, sudden shock to leverage has reordered crypto markets. Still, leverage has mostly been reset, as evidenced by our systematic leverage ratio based on total open interest and derivatives divided by the total crypto market cap, excluding stablecoins, which suggests we are roughly just above where we started the year. In our view, this will be one of the more critical stats to follow in the short to medium term. We think the current ratio argues for episodic liquidity gaps and sharper tails until risk controls are harmonized and market maker depth fully normalizes. We thus anticipate a gradual increase in Bitcoin dominance over the next 2 to 3 months, which may exert downward pressure on ETH BTC and Alt BTC pairs before an eventual market rotation. Note that based on the breakdown or break-even levels for straddle and strangle option strategies, the implied market probability distribution of Bitcoin prices over the next 3 to 6 months currently ranges from 160,000 to 90,000, with expectations asymmetrically biased to the upside. Interesting. Follow the flows. In our view, flows are the cleanest read on market players' conviction after a downturn. After the recent deleveraging, we've seen prices overshoot while narratives have blurred. To get a sense of positioning dynamics, we think it's useful to pay attention to where smart money, investment funds, market makers, venture capitalists, and consistently high-performing traders are currently redeploying capital. Tracking these flows gives us an indication of which ecosystems are regaining depth, incentives, and builder/user activity, i.e., where the near-term opportunities are clustering and the protocols, dexes, and chains that one should search. That said, this doesn't necessarily mean market players should buy the native tokens of these platforms, as the on-chain footprint can reflect yield farming, liquidity pool provisioning, basis, funding arbitrage, or airdrop positioning. It's also not always clear whether smart money bids are more tactical, incentive-driven, or durable. Instead, we think it's better to treat smart money flows as a screen to find selective opportunities. So there you go. After October 10th, capital is rotated into Ethereum Layer 1 and Layer 2s, i.e. Ethereum and Arbitrum, while Solana and BSC, Binance Smart Chain, have lost momentum. Ethereum and Arbitrum lead on 7-day net smart money inflows, with momentum building over the past 30 days. At the same time, smart money has been reallocating away from Solana and BSC. BSC's outflows have eased but remain negative. Wow, look at Arbitrum way up there. Interesting. All right, keep an eye out for tokens on base chain. Meanwhile, sector rotation since October 10 has favored utility plus yield plus privacy. Yeah, stablecoin flows also suggest we're seeing capital rotation rather than a wall of new money. So yeah, this is a pretty detailed insight article here, posted by Coinbase Institutional. This is their monthly outlook, so I would go and check that out. Check that thing out, man. Check that thing out, man. Boom. So, pretty interesting stuff. It's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. All right, let's see what we're looking at. Let's see what we're doing over here with Bitcoin. Brick coin. It's the BRICS coin. It was created by BRICS to take out the dollar. FOMO on stable coins? Yeah. Right? I'm still up on my first breakout trade. So that's cool. Trying to do this whole breakout thing. I mean, I'm gonna close. This close is gonna trade positive regardless. Stop loss is already in profit. So just hoping it can grind higher. Good stuff. My account is already 10% to target. So that's good. That means I only got to do it 9 more times without any losses. Ooh. Actually, I already took a couple of losses on XRP. Those were just dingus trades. Just trying to feel this thing out again. Because I've already took the eval once and wrecked it. I actually held the account for like a month. And then I got a little frustrated and was just like, I'm just gonna wing it. Don't do that. I was just like, let's basically gamble. Let's just basically gamble. Not follow the system. I don't know. I got down to like $100 left on my max drawdown, and I was just like, why not? Let's just try. I've got a lot more of a long-term mindset now. So I think I'm good. Because that was back in April. May or April was the last time I was on breakout. So trying that again. I will share that with you guys. At some point. Hold on. I can actually show you. I can show you. I'm gonna have to move this over here. It's gonna look weird for you guys. Ooh. Hello? Why are you acting weird? Hold on. I gotta wait to move it over. Sorry. Personal information type deal, you know? Going for a $5,000 account. We'll see what we can do. Target goal is $600. So I'm sitting at $5,037, which means I lost $25 on those XRP trades. Man, bogus. There we go. Done. There we go. It's on the 5-minute. Zoom out, go to the 4-hour. I was kind of wanting to get up to this order block over here. We also have a 200 moving average over here. This is going to be strictly swing trading. I'm not going to be doing any scalping on here. I've already moved my stop loss up. I could probably come back down here. I did have it down here. I could probably bring it back down here and let it breathe a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I need to find something else, other things to trade, but right now this is what I'm doing. So I will take you guys on the journey with me. Why is this not up here? Oh, wait, I guess I moved to that. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, that's what that looks like. Breakout prop firm. We're going to make them trades, baby. We're going to make them trades, baby. Oh, damn it. Oh, well. We tried. Only the diehards and my good friends are still here, so that's all that matters. I'm not worried about you guys. I ain't worried about y'all. Wait, what happened to my... Oh, there we go. What you guys saying over here? Breakout prop? Every time I trade XRP, I get burned. Yeah, I did a lot of breakup trading. Yeah, you did. FOMO on stable coins. Teslas are stable enough. Da 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 da. Yeah, so cool stuff right there. All right, guys. It's that time. Overall, we're starting off pretty bullish. If we can get some continuation, then we might just have a bullish week simply because of the narrative, the potential of the government shutdown. And then, you know, if it goes against us, or if they decide no, then we'll probably see another flush. Who knows? Who knows? Gang, Gov, open. Not yet, Crypto Rob. Gov's not opening yet. They still got to vote on it. Cool stuff. Thank you for the stream to keep this week leveled. Yep. And there we go. All right, guys. Thank you all for joining me. I do greatly appreciate each and every single last one of you. If you wouldn't mind hitting that like button on your way out and subscribing to the channel if you are new, and smashing that notification bell to be notified for whenever I create new content when I go live. Join a Discord. Link is pinned in the chat. It is also in the description of this stream. I will see you all tomorrow and in the Discord. And until then, I hope you all have an amazing, beautiful, wonderful, radical sleep. And I will catch you all tomorrow. Mad love. God bless. Peace out. Bye.
On the chart like a beast in the zone, praying to the wicks and the candles tone, sipping that slippage, feeling that FOMO, portfolio flex like it's holy promo, sacrifice fiat, sun in the pump, altars of alpha, wallets get plump, lunar eclipse, my stop loss missed, and I'm baptized in that bullish bliss. Oh moon gods, bring us the gains, light up the sky, burn off our chains. Bring us the gains. Eyes wide shut, undivine with the play, spirit in sync with the market's phase. Confluence hit, I go full send. Lambo dreams that never end. Fibonacci carved in stone, sacred trend lines, bullish tone. Chart prime whispers in my ear. Take the trade, release the fear. Burn the down, cleanse the wick. Let the din be real quick. Oh moon gods, bring us the gains. Gains and the bulls break all our chains. To the moon with crypto flames. Oh moon gods, bring us the gain. On the chart like a priest in the zone, pray to the wicks and the candles tone, sipping that slippage, feeling that FOMO, portfolio flex like it's holy promo, sacrifice fiat, sun in the pump, altars of alpha, wallets get plump, lunar eclipse, my stop loss missed, now I'm baptized in that bullish bliss. Oh moon gods,